Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. If you're going to buy a brand new home in 2025, smash that like button. Hey guys, my name is Omar Pineda. I'm your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and today we are in Austin, Texas, in a community called Jennings Place. And the builder we're looking at is called Century Communities. Now, with this floor plan, what I immediately like is that on the first floor, you have a guest bedroom. And on the second floor is where you have the primary and the remaining bedrooms. So for all of my buyers that are looking for a home with a floor plan that has a bedroom on the first floor because you either have grandparents or you just want your guest bedroom to be on the first floor because kind of climbing stairs, especially for the grandparents, can be a little bit troublesome, then this floor plan is going to check that box. Okay, so immediately when you walk to the foyer, you have this nice open concept, very, very much what I'm seeing all across the board for most builders, open concept for the living, breakfast nook area and kitchen space. Okay, this does come with a nice walk-in pantry, and take note of all the black finishes, right? Not the black finishes around the sink, the black hinges that you see on the doors. That is an upgrade that the builder chose to do. Even the shower heads. You'll notice that too when we get to the bathrooms. The shower heads, that's a little bit of an upgrade from what you see from your standard finishes in the bathroom. Now, this home is currently for sale. This is 8305 Halflinger Drive, and it's priced at $464,790. This is the Santiago floor plan by Century Communities. Now, this is 4 beds, 3 baths, 2 stories, 2,394 square feet, and has a 2-car garage. I love when builders do that. Underneath the staircase, they put a nice little extra storage, and they actually finished it. Here we're going to check out the bedroom on the first floor. But before we do that, let's check out this nice coat closet. Okay, one thing I love about this community is the location. Towards the little bit end of the video, I'll show you on the map exactly where this is so you can see the proximity to downtown, proximity to the Austin airport, because the location is what's going to sell this place. Not only for you who's looking at this video, but for future home buyers, right? Because all of my buyers always ask me, and I know it's very important to them, especially for my first-time home buyers, like, what's the home appreciation going to look like? I want to make sure that the resale value is there. Now, a big part of that is the location, the floor plan, and just how convenient is all that? Is all that with the right price? Now, the location, you can't help. Well, you can't help after you moved in, but with this location, I'm saying so check. Take a note here. There's no garage opener. I didn't ask the sales rep if that was because they didn't install it or if it doesn't come with it. But that's something we can always ask. If you're touring these new builds, that's something to check for is in the garage, is to see if there's a garage opener. Sometimes they don't include it. Sometimes they do. Sometimes it's an upgrade. It just depends on the builder and where they're at. That little mudroom where we saw little hooks where the kids take off their shoes, that's usually an upgrade that the builder decided to install. A lot of times with these inventory homes, see, here's the black finishes I was talking about with the bathroom. I thought that was nice. Even the black hinges right here on the door frame, it does stand out because you have that nice contrast from that builder grade kind of very plain neutral colors. I was saying earlier, location here is prime. We'll see that here a little bit later. This builder is offering some incentives to help with some closing costs, help buy down the interest rate. And not only, this community is red hot. They're down to their final opportunities and before they're completely sold out. And they probably will sell out before summer in 2025. The salesperson was very, very confident in saying that. So now we're upstairs. I believe we are in the primary bedroom. Give me a second to see. I can always tell when we get into the master bath. Let me come here. Ooh, see, that's what your neighbors would look like. Okay, so yes, we are in the primary suite. Dual sinks. No, just a shower, no tub. Again, when I saw that shower head, I'm like, that looks like an upgrade to me. Just nice one walk-in closet. So some facts about the community. What's going to sell this community is a tax rate. 1.56 tax rate is phenomenal. Phenomenally good for where this community lies. And that's going to be great for your resale value. I know with my investor clients, they are always asking me, is like, Omar, I want a brand new home, but I want to make sure that the tax rate is low. So having a low tax rate is a huge barrier to entry for a lot of folks. So this community will definitely check that box. HOA is $66. It's a little bit on the low side because there is no amenities here whatsoever. And the salesperson was very confident that there would be a future drop in the HOA because once this community is built and the HOA, he said something about the HOA that they would vote to kind of lower it because there's nothing to kind of maintain or upkeep, which is the whole point of HOA, because there is nothing. There's no amenity centers. There's no common amenities. But what you do have is this 500 plus acre park right across the street that we'll see here a little bit with the drone shot a little bit later. This community does belong to the Del Valley ISD. So the elementary school is going to be Blazer. The middle school is Paredes and high school is Akins. Let me know in the comments how badly I mispronounce those because that's my first time ever seeing that. Natural gas community. And there are plenty of builder incentives right now. The biggest thing I tell my clients is let's just see where the numbers are at, okay? Because I can negotiate a price point to make the numbers work, okay? Because I am seeing the writing on the wall and things are going to get more expensive, not in terms of housing, but in terms of home insurance and property taxes. So with especially home insurance. Home insurance. I did another video on my channel talking about how Texas is insurance for home insurance has skyrocketed since last year, and more likely than not, it's going to skyrocket again next year, and that's going to prevent a lot of buyers from being able to close. So why is that important? And what am I doing with my buyers to kind of mitigate that? Is if you like this home, you love it, it checks all the boxes, and we're gonna make an offer, then we would get our home insurance person to quote us how much it would cost. Okay. Usually you would leave that till after it's all said and done, like after you move in, because home insurance wasn't never that much. But now that things have kind of shifted and that's almost deterring my buyers, we have to get that done as soon as possible when we find a house that we're putting an offer on. Okay. So that's something I do for my clients to stay ahead of the curve. Okay, so this is what your home would look like. This is the neighborhood. Again, there's only 60 or so homes that are being built in this subdivision, so very, very small. This is not a master plan community by any sense, and they're down to their final opportunities. Now, I really wanted to pause here because I want to show you something. So that is downtown Austin. Okay, that is you're less than 10 miles from downtown Austin. That is so nice. So that's you see the skyline back there, and then right across the street you kind of see that bare area. That's the park. Literally right across the street. Now that's the public park for anybody, but this thing of the quick access you have from this neighborhood. That's 500 plus acres. I saw people riding their bike, people walking their dog. So to stay active and to have proximity to this park is going to be huge, especially for when it comes to resale value. And it's nice because, again, you don't have to really pay for it through your own dollars for the HOA. This is something that you're paying for through your taxes already. Now, we're kind of see here, I don't know if I was able to grab it, but I'll show you here in the map, the elementary school that is right across the street from this subdivision. So if you have a child in that range, then this community might check off so many of those boxes because they could literally walk to school because that's how close it is. Okay, I did not record it this time, but I'll show you here on the map. Let me share my screen here. So let's go on the map and look where this community is at. This is Jennings Place, right? Jennings Place by Century Communities. Okay, here we are. So let's zoom in here. Okay. So here's Century Communities, and this was the park that we were looking at. This is Onion Creek Metropolitan Park. Okay, Onion Creek. Big park. So here's Blazer Elementary School. Blazer Elementary School right across the street from this community. So, hey, you have a school walking distance, a park walking distance, a very low tax rate, a fairly low HOA. It might drop within the future, so that's even better. And you're finding homes that have that primary and that secondary bedroom still in this community that I know from when it comes to resale value, because so many buyers want that, that's going to be huge for you. Okay, and they have homes in the mid 400s. Okay, combine that with the interest rate buy down, helping pay for some of those closing costs. there, we can make it work. We can make it work. Now, the last thing I want to share with you guys, again, I think I already said how close it was to downtown Austin, right? Look how close it is to the Austin airport, right? You have it right here. Look how close it is to just major highways, okay? You have I-35, great for going north or south, and then again, you have 183 right here. So you're right in between two major highways. So if you have to commute for work, or if you have to go to Dallas or San Antonio, you could definitely do so with either one of those. More with I-35 than 183. 183 is great for Austin. Does 183 take you all the way down to San Antonio? I don't even know. I don't think it does. It's great for Austin though. Okay. So not to mention, the last thing I'll say is that Easton Park, I will do a couple videos on this community. More likely than not, you probably have discovered it if you're looking for homes in this area. And the big draw or difference is that the tax rate is way different. This is almost a whole point more. 2.56 is the tax rate, but it's beautiful. Man, is it beautiful. You'll see. It's so nice. I can see myself living there in Easton Park because that's how nice it is, right? And again, it's proximity to downtown Austin, the airport, major highways, and it's a beautiful, beautiful area with all the conveniences there. So, but if you're living in Jennings Place, you have access to it. You're right. It's like you guys are neighbors. So that's another huge plus. Another huge plus. Now, the last thing I want to share with you guys is a little bit about this community. Okay, the reason why I went to go check this place out was because they were selling like crazy. Okay, they were selling more homes on average than any of the surrounding builders in that area. So I went to go find out why. One is because they have good floor plans that people want. Two is they have a very attractive 1.56 tax rate. Two is that, look at this column. This buyer's closing costs paid by the seller in this case being the builder, they are helping buyers. Okay, they're helping buyers with help buy down the interest rate, and we can see that here in this column. So on the low end, I'm seeing $12,000. On the high end, $24,000, $25,000. Okay, so there is room to negotiate here. And what does that mean for you? It means that's something the builder's offering if you close with them to help buy down that interest rate a few points and hopefully pay for mostly all of your closing costs. So all you'll have is just that down payment. Now remember, you always have a down payment and a closing cost that are two separate things that you have to pay for. Now, if we can eliminate one of those things and the closing cost can be tens of thousands of dollars, why wouldn't you? Is that not enough to get off the sidelines here? Especially because this community is down to its final opportunities. Okay, everything that you see in red, that's what they've closed recently, and everything that's a green A, that's what they still have available. Okay, so for all my visual people, let's see what that looks like here on the map. Remember, red is sold, green is still available. So they have some opportunities left, but there's not that many, and you can kind of tell here this is not a huge subdivision. Okay, so if you're very prone to, like, you just don't want a lot of noise or a lot of construction, then this community is going to be the perfect fit because they're almost done. There's very little construction happening because they're down to the final opportunities. So what should you do next if you want to take a look at this home? If you're looking to buy in the next 30 to 60 days, I'll have all my information in the description so you can hit me up. If your timeline is a little bit longer, like maybe 3 months plus, then let's schedule a virtual consultation so we can figure out where you're at in the process, figure out like what's standing in the way, because believe it or not, at the end of the day, you don't know what you don't know. And if there's an obstacle in the way, maybe there's another way around it. Okay. And I say that because I work with a lot of smart people. I don't work alone. I have a lot of mortgage lenders, credit repair people, even creative financing people that help me figure out a solution. Okay, so if you're getting the sense that I am a problem solver and go-getter, I am, and I try, and I do the bet, and I really go to bat for my clients because I know what we're doing here. We're trying to achieve the American dream. We're trying to get some home ownership because we're trying to, create a legacy for not just ourselves but our family. Okay, and to be a part of that and to make it happen, especially for all my first-time home buyers. I always get kind of a little caught up talking about it because at the end it makes it all. At the end, when I'm handing over the keys and taking all the pictures on closing day, it just makes it all worth it, all worthwhile. Okay, so let's see here now. Smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with all things new construction here in the Austin area. Again, my name is Omar Pineda. I'm your Austin Realtor with eXp Realty. Thanks for watching, and then I'll catch you on the next one.